gentlemen. Welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin the Bastard. With me this week are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how are you doing, buddy?
Well lubricated.
That's the best description I've heard in a while. Well lubricated.
I came home from work. Well, we came home from work, but I fixed me a rum and Coke. Sat down to just get ready for the podcast. Browsing.
Now weren't you just giving me crap for that design with the Yeti?
Yeah, that's why I said it was. That's why I made that comment that it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I haven't eaten anything since
That's true. He hasn't.
earlier.
Okay.
Well,
So-
I mean, there was that little person, but that he more
no.
inhaled that guy.
They-
the hippo.
They just go straight to your thighs.
They really do, and this one is screaming, "Help! Let me out! I'm in his thighs!"
But it is hit, and I
Yes.
will attempt to press on.
Be coherent, ish.
Oh, I'll be coherent. It's not. It was one rum and Coke,
Okay,
but
he's got podcasting fuel going, so that's fine.
yeah.
And we have Mr. David Davis. David, how are you doing?
Blessings to you on this Pokemon Day. You know me and my love of those little
Yes.
electric pocket monsters.
I'm not a huge fan, but I did play the last one. What was it, Sword and Shield?
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. So, I'm
Yeah.
never going to dog anybody for enjoying their Pokemons.
You know what? It's 2010 again because I got a new Pokemon game coming out and I rickrolled one of my students. So I am good.
Oh, you're the best teacher ever, David.
Yeah, actually, in one of my classes, I noticed they're struggling, so I just sent them a thing. Hey, if you send me a picture of a giraffe by email today, you get 5 points extra credit. And a lot of them took up that offer.
That's awesome.
And I got a lot of giraffe pics, which is fantastic.
Awesome. You should have specifically said, hand-drawn giraffes.
Well, I just had them draw comics for a reading response last week or the week before. So
yeah.
they aren't artists. So
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well-
Okay.
Give it a little time. They'll just start turning in AI prompted.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
Why is this giraffe made out of penises? Why is everything made out of penises?
Why
Well,
does everything look biblically accurate?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say it's shocking how quickly that has gotten better. We've gone
Yeah.
from horrible, weird nightmare stuff with
Yeah.
the Google was it Dream?
Oh yeah, where it's just
I forget what it's called. Dream
yeah, no,
something.
deep dream.
Deep dreaming. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just weird, psycho, trippy, multicolored. And now you get things that look like someone with a lot of talent, but maybe no
Anatomical knowledge.
anatomical knowledge from DeviantArt.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
you get a bunch of big titty Elsas from Frozen.
yeah, it's really
But with a third thumb.
or like that one picture you found where it's a beefcake dude and there's a dick sticking out of his thumbnail.
Yeah. Instead of a thumbnail, it's just a giant penis. It's
Just fucking huge.
so it
I did promise dick jokes in this episode, so I'm glad we
I mean,
delivered.
I'm just saying that as artists, you should feel a little put on notice.
Fuck you. No.
I'm just saying that, if this is happening, so admittedly, for people that don't know how the AI art shit works, is you have to have seed, you have to have,
Yeah.
input. Mm-hmm. So it's pulling from all these various, previous artwork. So if, say, for instance, tomorrow, all artists stopped drawing and just started using this AI stuff. Well,
Right.
it would always look the same because no one would be creating new style.
Right. Well,
And
I
that's
hate
kind
it.
of
I hate it.
that's kind of the
I can't say
human
I hate it.
element.
I see it as a tool that I'm actually using. So,
Yeah. Okay, I guess my take needs to be a little more nuanced than I hate it.
Yeah.
I see value to it, especially
Sure.
if you're trying to conceptualize something. But the minute you put into a prompt that you want it to look like a certain artist, specifically like a contemporary independent living artist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's where I'm really not happy about it.
So
You
what?
did just give me an idea. I kind of want to do like Man in Black, drawn by Rob Liefeld.
So think about
No
this,
feet,
No feet.
just everywhere.
though. As artists, as a
Yeah.
tool, you could say,
Oh, I'm a tool.
you could take an AI system like this,
Sure.
train it on your own artwork,
Now, I have a friend on Facebook that is doing that.
and then have it come up with, new things.
And hey, if my shaking continues to get worse, I might look into that.
Now, see, the only time I've used it is I came up with a couple covers for the shows for the show for topics I want to talk
Right.
about. But also, like, when I'm coming up with ideas for planets and Cosmic Dash, it's like, okay, I need Boab trees in the Andes Mountains with a pink sky, and it kind of generates things to give me ideas. So,
Right. No, it's great for that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't have a problem necessarily with it. I have a problem with the people that are like, well, artists, you should just give up. I'm like, how about you go fuck yourself?
No, I mean,
No, I'm not talking about you. There is a dude
Yeah.
on Twitter, which we'll see how long that lasts. We'll see if it's still up when this show airs. But yeah, no, anyway, that's not the point. The point is, this week, it's the Week in Weird.
yeah.
and what a weird week it's been.
Holy shit. Yeah. Twitter has just been insane. And then on top of that, it's been a weird week for me personally. And I'm in a really good mood tonight. So I've been looking forward to this all day. I got my fucking station set up here with the mic and everything, and the mic over there with his
Yep.
mic. And
Triple mic, baby.
triple mic, triple penetration of mics. So,
You went in a place there.
yeah, I did because I figure, hey, let's give them exactly what this show is. So, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to start things off. This article that I found is actually from 2020, but it made the rounds on social media recently. I guess somebody found it. Nobody looks at bylines or datelines anymore.
Well, then also, when we did the Dead Internet episode, I talked about how this shit keeps going in circles.
Oh, right. Yeah. And
yeah.
So this article is by Ray. It's from, what site am I on? Jesus Christ. It doesn't actually say what site I'm on.
Uh-oh.
Never mind.
Is it run by Elon Musk?
No, it's I fucking love science. It's iflscience.com.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, yeah. Article by Rachel Baxter, copy editor and staff writer. Again, August 20th, 2020. And the article is entitled, John Quincy Adams approves a mission to Earth's interior to meet the mole people that live within.
I love it.
I mean, how could I have... I don't care when it came out. You can't turn down a byline like that. So, John Quincy Adams, the 6th President of the United States, and I'm reading from the article, was a top student at Harvard, one of America's greatest diplomats, and successfully defended mutineers aboard the slave ship La Amistad as freemen in 1841. He also believed that the earth was Sorry, I misread that. He also believed that the earth was hollow and filled with other potentially inhabited subterranean worlds. During his...
I like it.
Yeah. Mike, thoughts so far?
None.
Okay. During his presidency from 1825 to 1829, he said yes to funding a real-life journey to the center of the Earth to uncover what lies beneath our planet's outer shell and find the mole people that dwell there. Adams may have been a believer in the hollow Earth theory, the idea that the Earth is completely hollow, containing more hollow shells, each with their own atmospheres. Think Russian dolls on a planetary scale. Whether he truly believed little men might be minding their own business below the Earth's crust is anyone's guess, but Adams was a huge fan of the natural world and exploration. The idea of a hollow Earth, that has been around for centuries, with underworlds and subterranean hells popping up across religions and cultures throughout history. But it wasn't until the 19th century that proponents of the Hollow Earth theory believed it might be possible to access our planet's inner layers via vast holes in the Earth's crust, which of course leads us straight to the pole holes at the North and
from
South Poles.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Well, they got it from fringe science, but yes, exactly.
I know, but I always have to mention Godzilla.
Sure, okay, that's fair. Which also, Mike, you got to tell him what you told me about what Netflix is doing.
Oh, that they revealed that they're working on a Gamera movie, a new Gamera.
Ooh,
I
know.
I just heard that.
There's no word on whether it's like live action or animated or
Don't care.
who's directing.
Wait. You mean friend to you and me, Gamera?
Yes.
Friend of the children, Gamera.
Gamera is friend to all children.
We're all children at heart when it comes to Gamera.
I know. He's full of turtle meat, guys.
I hear he's
This is a really weird movie.
What was that, Mike?
Said I heard he's really neat.
He is, and full of turtle meat. We all love him, Gamera. So, but yeah, basically John Quincy Adams was like, yeah, go find them mole people. I have no information about them ever actually setting out. It just said he approved funding, and then I'm sure somebody was like, give me that, and took the pen away from him.
Yeah.
Well, I also like the way that you phrased his way of saying it, like, because that's how he spoke. Yeah, go out there and find those mole people.
Yeah, you know he did.
He didn't sound stuffy at all.
No, not at all. What are
Okay,
you talking
find
about?
them
You
mole
must
people.
find for me the moliest of people.
Yes, find me the tiny mole men. They've got a cure for moles, surely, and I've got this big one on my ass. So,
I just find it always like, the peak of hubris when people think of the Hollow Earth. They're like, well, of course we're on the topmost, best layer.
you
Well,
know,
why wouldn't we be?
They
That's
never
true.
think that, well, what if there's layers above us?
it's funny you mentioned that. I was reading some of Charles Fort's stuff, the founder of abnormal. There's a word there that I'm not getting. No. What's the word?
Anomalous?
Anomalous research. Thank you. Jesus Christ, my brains.
Amanamanamanamanama.
Do 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 do.
Abanamanama.
So, anyway, I was reading one of his books where he was talking about, and bear in mind, he was writing in the 19-teens and 1920s. He was talking about the fact that, while it's nearly conclusively proven, there are still many scientists that do not believe that aerolites fall from the sky. And I'm sitting here, and one of the arguments is it would crash through the crystal spheres.
Oh, yeah. No, the crystal spheres were
Yeah.
totally a
Totally a belief, yes.
belief.
But that just blows my mind, stuff like that. And I guess the theory for meteorites, if we're in the hollow earth, is that it's just the upper layer breaking off and falling.
It's just the plaster of the ceiling falling down.
Ooh, like the Sistine Chapel, the painting of the skies crumbling.
So checkmate, flat earthers. Even back then, they thought there were crystal spheres surrounding the earth. They knew the earth was round back then.
Just surrounded by crystal. Yeah, fuckers.
Maybe it was a flat Earth, but they had a little crystal cover like a
God
dish.
damn it, dude. You're shitting in my pudding. Quit it.
They did that too.
Oh, yeah, true.
What about the flat infinite earth? It's flat, but just goes on forever.
All right, so we're getting into the whole ice wall thing, and the fact that the theory is that it's an infinite plane of ice with different puddles in it with their own flat earths inside. And then that theory is evolved into we're all flat earths in a snow ball. We're a flat earth on a globe.
Yeah, that's the most
Now,
pants on head
yeah.
theory.
Now, me and Mike have a friend that is, he's a fucking geologist. And I brought this up to him when he came in the store the other day. And, Yeah, I don't think he was equipped to deal with that kind of logic, David. I broke a geologist's brain.
Well, apparently he wasn't made of sterner stuff.
He was not. He was just like, I was like, they're working their way up to believing in a globe.
Just a very, very larger
Yes.
globe.
Yes, with tiny. Each puddle, by the way, has its own tiny sun.
Of course.
This is
It's going to be great when they get to it like a dodecahedron. And
Oh.
it's like, they're so close.
so fucking close. Now, what gets me is the physics of the fucking Discworld series make more sense than this. All right, it's like, well, where's the sun go when it's night? Oh, it's under the turtle. It's going between the elephant's legs, and that's where the sun goes. And the moon is covered with glowing fungus, of course. So, but yeah, it's interesting to go back and read stuff with respected men believing shit that we know is wrong. But I mean, back then they didn't.
Well, and not just respected men, but oftentimes learned men of the
Learned
time.
men, yes.
Learned men.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like we were talking about earlier, Kevin, with what's his name, Jack.
Oh, Jack Parsons?
Parsons. Yeah, this is a very, very smart guy. I mean,
Oh.
he helped.
One of the creators of liquid rocket fuel.
Yeah, he helped usher in the modern rocketry along with Werner von Braun. Mm-hmm. And he's over there doing weird, masturbatory
Rituals.
with with L. Ron Hubbard, based on Aleister Crowley's teaching.
Well, bear in mind, he was a disciple of Crowley, and Crowley knew
Well, yeah.
about. Well, anyway, go listen to the last podcast to find out about that.
But
for
yeah,
now.
so here's
Or wait for us to cover it.
Oh yeah,
eventually.
we'll cover it.
But
Oh,
my
yeah.
but my point is, he's a very smart guy. Like, he knew his shit, but he's still like trying to summon the some embodiment
The Whore of
of
Babylon.
Babylon goddess thing
The
by
Scotch woman,
by jacking
Yes.
off on tablets.
Yep.
as one
So-
does.
As one does. I mean, here's the thing. When I was talking to Mike about this earlier, I pointed out that magic is basically trying to take credit for coincidence.
Well, that and 70% masturbation.
Yeah,
a
well,
lot of
yeah. I mean, it's
masturbation. I mean,
jerking
it's
off
like-
and saying the universe owed me this.
It's like, I'm gonna masturbate anyway, so I might as well try to get some work out of it.
No, you really don't want to, because it's like you're in the middle, and it's like a world peace. My boner went down.
But yeah, so smart people
Do stupid
are
things.
prone to. Heck, I would even say the smarter you are, the more prone you are to logical fallacies.
Sure.
Because you can, like,
I can see it.
You're smart enough to think yourself into a kind of trap.
Into a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, I mean,
A mental
I hate,
cul-de-sac.
to be very topical.
Are you going to talk about Elon?
I really think, Elon Musk is smart. There's no getting around he is smart in some ways, but he is really stupid in other ways, like socially.
Yeah. That's kind of a given.
Like every company I've ever heard, he does not know how to, like, manage people.
Of course
in
he
a way
doesn't.
that makes them, decent workers.
When your family grew up in South Africa.
No, I think it's more of just a.
Sorry.
Oh, Apartheid Clyde.
Oh, sorry about that. So,
I think it's just a normal, engineer brain kind of thing.
sure, I think you're right. I do agree that the smarter you are, the dumber you can be.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at me.
Yeah, bigger blind spots.
Hey. Hey, come on, you're not that smart. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Good job, sir. Good job.
Thank
that
you.
cut me quite deep, sir.
Yeah. Oh, let me lick that delicious blood as it pours out of the psychic wound. So, Mike, let's go with yours next. What have you got for us?
Other than a cat trying to shred my kneecap,
Well, that's Ginger. She does that.
she has very sharp claws. How about lucid dying?
Okay, please explain.
So we've always heard the trope about going to the light. People that have had near death experiences.
Oh, right. Yeah, no. Clark's had one.
Seeing light and seeing, their life flash before their eyes and stuff like that.
Now, I'm going to interrupt you, and I do also have another friend who had a near-death experience. I said, ooh, what happened? And he said it was darkness and screaming.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, you went to biblical hell.
So this is an article talking about how, doing actual studies of people. So basically, when you start to die, they just wire your ass up anyway. So there's a lot of data now about, what people are going through, at least in a surface physiological sense.
Right.
Like, brainwave activity. And
right.
stuff
I mean,
like
we
that
can't
as they
know
die. Oh, yeah.
exactly because we can't
we're getting
do psychic shit yet.
Well, no, we're getting close. I mean, there have been a lot of stuff with like implanted electrodes that are starting to be able to pick up imagery from the brain.
Ooh, really?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
We haven't had anyone make the Inception machine yet.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
want it.
But so
Mind
we're,
you-
I think
yeah.
we're getting close. But anyway, so just being able to look at what a person's brain waves are doing as they get near death has kind of shed a lot of light on what's going on.
Okay.
So for quite a while, they've surmised that, well, it's just random, like, neurons firing off. Your brain's dying. It's, like, starving for oxygen. And maybe it's just, like, firing the fuck everything off. And, you're tripping balls, basically.
Sure. So you're not experiencing what you're experiencing.
So, but this article is basically saying that the data shows it's a lot more structured than we realized. Like,
I already have a theory.
It has similarities with dreaming, but it's not the same brainwave patterns as dreaming.
Okay.
About 20% of people who survive cardiopulmonary resuscitation after cardiac arrest may describe they had lucid experiences of death that occurred while they were seemingly unconscious and on the brink of death, according to a study led by investigators at New York University Grossman School of Medicine. So they were able to pool all this data between 2017 and 2020. Fewer than 10% recovered sufficiently to be discharged from the hospital despite immediate treatment. So this is saying that this is a pretty small number because this is a pretty severe.
If you go through that, you're pretty fucked.
Yeah,
you're
it's
dying.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Not
people.
kidding.
I mean, when you're dying, there's not a good survival rate for dying.
I'm sorry. There's a really small survival rate with death.
The fact that there is a survival rate,
Yes. No.
from dying is pretty amazing in itself.
No. I completely agree.
But survivors reported having unique lucid experiences, including a perception of separation from the body and observing events without pain or distress. They also reported a meaningful evaluation of life, including their actions, intentions, and thoughts towards others. The researchers found these experiences of death to be different from hallucination, dreams, delusions, illusions, or CPR-induced consciousness. So, tests for hidden brain activity were included in the research. Key finding of the discovery was that spikes of brain activity, including so-called gamma, delta, theta, alpha, and beta waves, up to an hour into CPR. Some of these brain waves normally occurred when the people are conscious and performing higher mental functions, including thinking, memory retrieval, and conscious perception.
All right.
So there's a lot of stages of consciousness that aren't usually invoked during dreaming.
All right. You want to hear my theory?
Okay.
You're being downloaded into the cloud, or you're uploading into the cloud.
Yeah, but that wouldn't require consciousness. That'd just be all memory retrieval.
Yeah, sure, but I don't know. I still think somehow it's related. That's me personally. I got no scientific basis for that.
Oh, so that's just your feelings.
Which admittedly, yes, are not valid, but fuck you.
So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting that this happens. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't think of a reasonable, evolutionary reason for this. Other than, I mean, it could be a little bit of adrenal response, but I don't know. It's very odd.
I'm going to laugh if we manage to hook it up and every time someone dies, it turns out they're just living the entire series of Saint Elsewhere.
So, just let's see if there's any like conclusions here at the end.
A conclusion at the end?
Yeah. No, just about how many hospitals participated in the study.
Several.
Further research is needed to more precisely define biomarkers of what is considered to be clinical consciousness.
Okay.
The human recalled experience of death and to monitor the long-term psychological effects of resuscitation after cardiac arrest.
Okay, so more study is needed.
Oh yeah, of course, always.
If I had a theory, like it could be almost like the brain trying to like spark itself, like the brain is realizing the body is failing, and then it's just kind of, I don't know, flashing a ton of information to see if it can just like start the engine up again.
Are you saying it's panicking because the car died?
I think so.
In the middle of a snowstorm.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That or the brain is just trying to like ascend to the next level.
Oh, hey, what it is that's where you turn into a visitor. You're shedding your physical... oh, yeah, no, I like this better. You're shedding your physical form and ascending to the next plane of existence, which happens to be the visitors. So you die, and then you're shoving something inside with Lee Strieber.
Hey, man, we're all part of the wheel. Cause a wheel, man.
Yeah, man. Friggin' yeah, that's it, dude. Basically, you're not reincarnated, you just abduct people. Yep.
The abductee becomes the abductor.
Yes.
Now the probe's in the other ass.
Oh my God, that's perfect. Well, Mike, thank you for that. That is. I'm interested in that, and I kind of hope there's more information before I die, so I have some idea what's going to happen.
Like it's an interesting story. It makes you feel a little uneasy, but also kind of hopeful in a weird way. At least for me.
Yeah, it's or you're dying and your brain just replays every episode of some random television show.
Well, here's the question. If you were dying and it works like that, it's playing every episode of some show, what is the show you pick?
Mike, I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, fuck. It would be The Simpsons. Just because it's the longest fucking running show ever. And so I'm going to hold out.
Okay.
Smart move. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm going to go with all 3 series of Robotech.
Oh, there you go.
Because at least I'm going to enjoy it.
Oh, okay. I'd probably go with Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, Jesus. So you want to go with a hell option. Okay.
I love that show.
I'm not saying it's a bad show. I'm just saying, like, living that as your final moments. The last thing I want to see is that sweaty, naked Danny DeVito scene as I die.
That is something that I want to see as I die because that scene makes me laugh every time.
Or the limo vomiting blood.
Oh, God.
Everywhere.
Might I offer you an egg in this trying time? Oh, God. That was a fucked up scene, though. I mean, like, yes, all right, it spawned the egg theme, but they kind of buried the lead with the egg thing.
Framed in blood vomit.
Yeah, no, seriously. Sorry, I just have a touch of the consumption. What the fuck? Oh, my God. Okay, so, David, what have you got for us?
Well, I say, who wants to hear about a Kentucky Fried fuck-up?
Let's do this shit.
Okay, this is an article from The Guardian. Happened fairly recently. The article was published November 10th.
Right.
Takes place in Germany.
Oh, boy.
KFC apologizes for crystal knocked chicken and cheese promotion.
God damn. Okay, first off, shit. Secondly, Mike, we can never escape chicken cheese.
Yes. But yeah, I remember hearing about this. I was like, yep.
About a week ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
You know,
Firm message German customers to suggest that they commemorate Nazi atrocity by eating its food.
I think that might be a bad marketing decision.
I mean, it depends on the market you're going for.
I guess it also depends on the chicken, as long as it's not oven baked. I mean,
Hey, one only.
oh man.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm just gonna read a little bit of this article.
Please do.
Obviously, we know what Crystal Knocked is. So,
I do now. I
KFC
didn't know before.
Yeah, yeah, no. Yeah.
yeah, KFC has apologized for a push notification sent out via its app, inviting German customers to celebrate the anniversary of the Nazi Kristallnacht pogrom against the Jews by ordering fried chicken and cheese.
God damn it.
It sent the message to its customers on Wednesday, the 84th anniversary of the Night of Broken Glass, in which Nazis led gangs in the torching, vandalizing, and ransacking of Jewish shops, businesses, and synagogues across Germany. This event is seen as the beginning of the Nazi systematic attempt to annihilate the European Jewish population.
Who wouldn't want to celebrate that?
With chicken.
Such a
my God.
wonderful and coming together cultural time.
Yeah, what a culturally important time.
Yeah, KFC reached out to its customers with the message, commemorate Kristallnacht, treat yourself to more soft cheese and crispy chicken. Now at KF Cheese.
What the
About an hour later, it sent out another message apologizing for the first and blaming it on a fault in our system.
that's not what happened.
Well,
No,
kind
that
of
was fault in their system and that somebody sent that.
Well, it's been speculated that the message was computer generated with the text to promote its cheesy chicken being automatically connected to current anniversaries and events to stimulate sales.
So here's
All
the
right,
thing.
that's
They
fair.
They should have vetted the list of celebrations.
That's exactly what the article says.
And you know, my other thing is I really, now that you mention it, I don't think a dude would do it because they're like really, really touchy about that.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
no. Germany. Look, Germany is for being a very democratic first world country. It does not have the freedom of speech because hate speech and things like that are severely punished.
Well, are you saying they have an issue with hate speech in Germany?
They have.
Historically?
Yeah,
Historically, yes. Also,
just a touch.
Wow.
also, they seem to not have a sense of humor.
Oh, it's not funny.
This is not funny, sir. All right. For those that hear that minor slapping sound, Mike is playing bongos on our cat.
Yes.
You know what? Slap them hams.
Slap them hams. It's, I can't wait until next
She
year
bit me.
when KFC introduces their first pork product and they advertise it on Kristallnacht. Their Diary of Anne Frankfurters.
No. If it's a pork product, Kevin, it would be on Ramadan.
Oh, that
man.
too. Yeah, but still, it's going to be Diary of Anne Frankfurters.
I do have one more paragraph. This is the end of it.
Good.
The incident recalled another fast food advertising slogan gaffe, such as when McDonald's in Portugal used the campaign Sunday Bloody Sunday in a Halloween campaign for its ice cream puddings. It pulled the campaign after protests, insisting it had never intended to refer to Bloody Sunday in 1972 when British paratroopers shot dead demonstrators at a civil rights march in Derry, Northern Ireland.
Yeah, that was a bad idea, too.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So,
That's a fun one.
yeah, just remember that no corporation is your friend.
Oh, and I love the tags under the article.
Oh, yeah?
So, Germany, Kristallnacht, Europe, food and drink industry, marketing, and PR.
Market it. Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
That's a fun combination of terms you wouldn't expect to see in one article.
Well, it's like in Korea when KFC opened and the slogan finger licking good was still in use. And it translated to chicken so good you'll eat your fingers.
I that sounds apocryphal, but I also want to believe it's true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's true. Well, I mean, Shut up.
I hope the hell it's true. I hope
Yeah,
the hell.
I hope it is.
You don't understand. I hope it's true.
Yeah, no. Chicken so good you'd rather eat your fingers. Excuse me with the coughing. I've been talking a lot today with work. We've been very busy. So, well, that's a fun one, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Here, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah,
So-
it's very fun.
Yeah,
Not
it's
really.
so fun. Not really. Nothing is fun. Things are terrible.
We're German. We're not supposed to have fun.
We're nihilists. We want nothing except $1 million. So, I have got my next one. This is from Coast to Coast AM.
Woo!
Yeah, it's an article by...
The OG of the fucked up news.
Yes, this is an article. Once again, the last time I did one from Coast to Coast AM, it was by Tim Banal, and this is by Tim Banal.
Banal.
Banal. Tim Banal. Binal.
Binaural.
Binaural beats. So the article came out November 15th, 2022. Forest Fen treasure goes up for auction. Are you guys familiar with the Forest Fen treasure?
I probably have heard about it, but I don't
Yeah.
recall off the top of my head.
Now, see, the first time I heard of it, I got confused with that one where the guy hid, like, the treasures all over the country. It's not that, though.
And it's not the one that people have been digging up for 50 years. That was just that had like layers of logs and stuff.
No, that's Oak Island.
Oak Island. Yeah.
That's Oak Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
The supposed pirate treasure.
Yeah, or possibly Francis Bacon, or the
Leif
Knights
Erikson,
Templar,
whatever
or
the fuck.
aliens.
Or aliens. Oh, it's probably aliens.
Probably
let's
the
admit it.
aliens, because they use logs, right? I mean,
yeah.
They built the pyramids out of logs, right?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, you get rid of the stone, it's just wood under there. So, all right, again, Forest Fen treasure goes up for auction. This article is pretty short, so I'm just going to go ahead and read it, and then I'll tell you all the other stuff I know. So, the fate of the famed Fen treasure has been decided as nearly 500 individual pieces from the massive cache of riches have been put up for auction. The somewhat surprising sale serves as something of a conclusion to an epic tale that began back in 2010 when art dealer Forrest Fen announced that he had hidden a chest full of gold, jewels, and rare artifacts somewhere in the Rocky Mountains, and that the prize was there for the taking to anyone who could decipher his map, which was laid out in a poem in his memoir, The Thrill of the Chase.
Okay, now I
I know what I'm gonna do when I'm dying.
Oh, yeah, no, you got
I'm just
it.
gonna tell people I buried gold, draw the world's shittiest map, and just like die happy.
Oh, absolutely. So the decade-long search, which attracted thousands of individuals, came to an end in June of 2020. Although details surrounding the discovery were scant at first, it was slowly learned that a man named Jack Stoof had been the one to finally solve the puzzle, and that the riches had been hidden somewhere in Yellowstone National Forest, though the precise location remains a mystery.
Now, isn't that a federal crime?
Indeed it is. I'm glad you brought that up, because that is a federal crime.
It's two federal crimes.
It is. Wait. Yeah. Another
Yeah.
unanswered question in the aftermath of the hunt was what would become of the treasure itself. While many had hoped that the collection could somehow wind up in a place where it would be on display to the public in its complete form, it would appear that this will not come to pass, as it was announced this week that Stoof had sold the long sought-after riches to an anonymous group known as Tesoro Sagrada Holdings LLC.
It sounds like a mafia front.
It really does. You got a friend in the family who then...
Immobiliari.
What's that?
Immobiliari.
Yes.
From Godfather 3.
Who then enlisted Heritage Auctions to sell the cash in individual pieces. The sale, which is currently underway online, runs through December 12th and is something of a feast for the eyes for fans of the Fen treasure, as it features a staggering 476 items which were contained in the chest when it was found. Perhaps the most noteworthy piece is a small jar that has never been opened and is said to contain a 2 20,000 word autobiography penned by Finn.
It's gonna
Alongside,
be wild if it's just a cum jar.
oh god, there's just a Rainbow Dash figure in it.
No,
Oh, no.
no, it's definitely like rolled up paper. So what if it's like just his like really terrible erotica?
Or what if it's toilet paper?
Or that
Just
too.
as shit paper. It's a roll of shit paper. Alongside that curious object, which has already reached a bid of $13,000, are a slew of gold coins, nearly 200 gold nuggets, and an array of other incredibly rare or precious items. One piece not included in the auction is the chest itself, which Tesoro Sagrada Holdings kept for themselves. Treasure hunters who fell short in their search, or people who simply admired Finn's audacious endeavor from afar, may feel disappointed that the riches are being scattered to the proverbial wind by way of the auction. That said, the sale does give everyone an opportunity to get their hands on a piece of the legendary cash, should they be able to afford it. Failing that, the auction house's online showcase of the riches also allows for an up-close examination of the actual contents of the treasure chest, which might not have even been possible had they ended up in a museum behind glass. And now, it would seem that the only remaining mystery surrounding Finn's treasure is where exactly it had been hidden for all those years. Now, I heard them talk about this for 2 episodes on Mysterious Universe last year, because there's a fucking body count in this hunt. It was in Yellowstone. Do you know how many people drowned, fell off cliffs, or fell into geysers looking
Enough
for
to be
this?
a statistic.
Yes, a lot. There's a book about one man hunting it using psychic powers. And you know what? He's not this stoof. So that'll tell you exactly how successful he was. But there's a lot of people died for this treasure, and I don't know how I'd feel having it after that. You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, Mike, would you have, like, tried to find this thing?
I mean, probably not. I mean, if I lived in the area, maybe, and I had like
Time.
well, not only time, but you know, a clue about, you know, I don't know how cryptic his.
It's pretty fucking.
instructions
They
were.
read it on the show, and it was pretty goddamn cryptic. Like, I'm sitting here going, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, so unless I had like a good assumption that I knew what the fuck he was talking about,
Yeah.
probably not.
These are the kind of people that in their spare time try to solve the cicada mystery.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, see, I see this as a potential movie. You know, 3 friends, they get into a van. They're going to spend a summer looking for this treasure, but what they find is that they are closer than ever.
If you tell me
death.
the treasure was... Yes, and they all fucking die in a geyser.
They die in a van fire. Oh, man. I need to make this movie.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Just die of smoke inhalation.
Yep, that's it. One of them was cooking hot dogs in the back of a panel van. Mike, were you going to say something there?
Yeah, nothing. No, not
No,
really.
no, go ahead. Go
I mean,
ahead.
no, I mean, I wasn't really.
Okay.
Other than, you know, it sounds kind of like what really would happen to Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah, no. Dead in a fucking van fire.
The
2
dog ends
lesbians,
up
2
being the
homosexual men, and a dog were found burned to death in a fire.
Well, no. That Fred and Shaggy weren't together.
No, I'm just saying, I'm sure the news would have just been like,
Yeah.
you know. Anyway, point is, I was really fascinated by this whole treasure thing because it seems like eccentric authors and poets, this is like their jam, dude.
Yeah, no, it's giving me plans for later.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to hear about the Davis treasure. And they find it's nothing but Cosmic Dash pages.
That is the real treasure, though.
Yeah, and the friends they made along the way. Yep. Actually, that would be funny as if you open the chest and it's fucking friendship.
If I
A DVD case of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Yeah, Mike.
if I got rich
Uh-huh.
and I was dying, I would shoot my treasure into space and be like, come get it, bitches. It wouldn't even be secret. It would have like a beacon on it where anyone could track it,
Oh, God.
and whoever could, be clever enough to like catch it. Maybe it would like, run
Spur.
away. Well, no, maybe it would like run away from like things. Or,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like if it
have,
if
like,
it recognizes
proximity sensors
anything from SpaceX or Virgin Galactic, it just like
But it would-
moves further.
Yeah, but maybe maybe if if I was rich enough, it could be like it could go to the moon.
Ooh.
Or when someone goes up
Or
and gets
Mars.
close to it, it goes back into the atmosphere to burn up on reentry.
Actually, I was going to say, with your luck, the ship gets out there and fucking Musk's Tesla smashes into it and destroys it. You know, the one he launched.
Yes.
Yeah, just somehow the first auto accident in space. There was a
Oh,
car
it figures it would
wreck.
be a
Well,
Tesla.
Kevin, that's only if I launched a facsimile of a child and the Tesla would run into it.
And then it blows up like all the others. So yeah, okay, that was mine though. And as far as treasure goes, if I were going to do that, I would literally bury a chest, and in the bottom, carved into it, would just be it's fucking friendship. I did that in Minecraft once, by the way. I built a pyramid outside of Somethingdale, and like there were no lights, so it was just monsters spawning in there constantly. And Paul and Josh went in because I told them there was a treasure inside, and it was just a fucking sign that said it's friendship, motherfucker.
We should start a Minecraft server.
Oh, I would love to be on a Minecraft server with you guys.
Mike, get on it.
What's that?
Well, I
Mike,
mean,
get on it.
And we could get, and oh yeah, no, that'd be great. And we call it just, we'll come up with a name. But yeah, no, that'd be great. We have our own Minecraft server, and if you donate at a certain level on the Patreon, you get access. That's a great idea.
So I'm thinking
The
I
rule is everybody has to be encrypted.
Yes.
could either pay for it or I could use this
Yeah, you hear
server
that?
that's sitting right beside me.
Yeah, you hear that loud screaming sound? That's the fan of the media server.
Yes.
Yes. So we could do that.
That would be dope. I would love to do a Minecraft server with you guys.
Oh yeah, that'd be insane. I haven't played Minecraft seriously in years, so
We're bringing it back. God damn it, we're bringing it back.
we're bringing it back. So, Mike, what's your next story?
Let's see. What do I have? Okay. So,
Okay.
So, you know what HelloFresh is, right?
Yeah, that's the ding dong. Here's your dinner. Make it.
Hopefully our future sponsors.
I don't know about that.
If you watch a YouTube, you'll know what HelloFresh
Actually-
is because it's beating you over the head
Well,
with ads.
I actually know it
Or
from
sponsors.
lore, and I get sick of hearing Aaron Mankey.
Or
HelloFresh
podcasts,
allows me to, yeah.
Yeah, podcast, YouTube. Well, apparently, it appears that HelloFresh may have, and they're accused of using monkey labor in Thailand to harvest coconut milk.
You know what? We deserve them as a sponsor. Just fucking monkey labor.
Well,
That
I mean,
sounds
it's-
like our shit.
This is allegations from PETA, so I
Oh,
will
wait.
take this with a grain of salt.
Okay, it's Peter. Are they talking about real monkeys, or are they like? Never mind. I don't trust PETA.
But they claiming the monkeys are chained, whipped, and beaten and forced to. It seems okay. So right off the bat, it seems like chaining, beating, and whipping monkeys seems like more work than just harvesting the coconut milk yourself.
Right.
I agree.
And then knowing PETA, they're going to rescue the monkeys and euthanize them anyway. So
yeah.
Well, the other thing is, if they saw them, why didn't they fucking save them?
Well, I mean, if you,
Fucking
if you
assholes.
rescue these monkeys, all they're going to do is go out and harvest more coconut milk because
Yeah, that's all they know.
But they say they're forced to spend long hours picking coconuts.
Oh no.
An investigation by PETA Asia alleges. Claims of animal abuse were made against 57 operations in 9 provinces of Thailand.
I just don't know that I believe PETA.
A statement to CBS.
It seems like way too much like infrastructure for monkey farming. Like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Didn't
Like,
they say this?
all the
yeah.
chains, like you have to get the custom ordered like chains and little monkey cuffs, and then you have to make their little monkey.
And you got to
jail
train
cells.
them, and
then
then
their little
whip them
monkey
to keep them
jumpsuits.
on task.
Yeah, it seems like it's way too much. Like I don't know.
I mean, didn't they say the exact same thing was going on at like a Longhorn Steakhouse or something?
Yeah, the cows were butchering the other cows.
No, there's monkeys in the back cooking, and there's just this one dude with a whip. Fucking cook. Fucking cook.
Well,
Also, this whole thing sounds like a giant euphemism for masturbation.
I just can't help but think of that episode of The Simpsons. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
I keep thinking about how many monkey butlers will there be? One at first, but he'll train others.
Well, as one of our old friends, Kevin, said, this is how you get the Planet of the Apes.
It really is.
But in a statement to CBS Money Watch, HelloFresh said the company receives written assurances from its suppliers that its coconuts are not procured using monkeys.
Somebody else.
Monkey actually wrote that email.
Yeah.
Yeah, a monkey with a gun to its head. Now tell him we treat you good.
Quote,
Ook, 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 ook.
HelloFresh strictly condemns any use of monkey labor in its supply chain.
Okay, you've killed me. I'm sorry.
And we take a hard position of not procuring from suppliers or selling coconut products which have been found to use monkey labor. We have written confirmation from all our suppliers in the U.S. and globally that they do not engage in monkey labor.
Man, I could have a yard full of monkey cages right now and send them a letter going, I ain't got no monkeys.
These monkeys need to unionize. Support these
Oh,
monkey
man.
laborers.
Yeah, no,
Don't cross the
seriously.
picket line.
Yep.
Monkey union busters, they pay monkeys to, dissuade other monkeys from unionizing.
I'm just sitting here. Look for the monkey label when you are buying.
I'm just looking at I'm thinking of this little line of monkeys doing their little picket, and some of them are holding signs, some of them are literally picking fleas off each other.
Oh,
It'd be so cute. It'd be so cute.
yeah, except for the whip marks. I mean,
Yeah,
the scars.
except for the violation of monkey workers' rights. But
We call this one Clubby because he lost his foot.
oh no,
Yeah.
Kook, kook.
God. I'm horrified at the idea that this could be real, but the fact that it's PETA just kind of leads me to go, they're just trying to get people mad.
I mean, it probably does happen. Maybe not at this
Sure,
scale.
but-
and calling out HelloFresh, it's like, okay, so
Somebody got the wrong
So-
meal in the mail.
No, I'm assuming these are coconut suppliers that HelloFresh might buy from, but also other people buy from.
Yeah, it's
It's not like this.
It's not like
this is
just
it's not like
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh is like going out and capturing the monkeys themselves and whipping them.
I'm
and
just
making them pick
picturing-
the coconuts.
I'm just picturing HelloFresh being run by Snidely Whiplash from fucking Dudley Do-Right with a mustache.
I'm just getting the saddest monkey Pixar movie. This mom monkey packs away her little baby in the HelloFresh box.
Oh my
to
God, it's
say
like
the-
Monkey Moses.
So apparently, for years, PETA has urged companies and people not to purchase any canned coconut milk products from Thailand due to claims. Apparently, in Thailand, there's just widespread monkey labor.
Is Thailand where they had the orangutan hooker?
I don't
What?
know.
What?
What? You didn't know about this? It's
What?
It's
Okay.
been so long since I've read that, I don't remember.
Oh, it may have been Thailand. I don't want to say it was Thailand because I don't want a certain international incident. But
Yeah, we don't want to lose them as a sponsor.
yes, we don't want to lose Big Coconut. But in a foreign land, somewhere over there, they found a brothel with a shaved orangutan wearing makeup they were using as a hooker, and it was their most popular hooker. There was a line
Oh my
to
God.
fuck the orangutan hooker.
Literally reminds me of the Venture Brothers with the Sasquatch that gets shaved.
Yeah, that too.
Oh,
I was
no.
going to say it
Oh, no.
reminds me of like
that
the
was Borneo.
Borneo. Okay, well, that it just sounds like the worst sequel to Any Which Way But Loose.
And
Dunstan checks in, but he doesn't check out.
and
Customer service.
unfortunately, that is now in my Google search history.
Okay, hey, you're the one that didn't bring up a private tab.
And yes, well,
Incognito mode, my friend.
And also, there was a picture of said shaved orangutan.
Okay, can I just say I've never seen it, and I don't wanna.
You don't want to. I mean, it wasn't like bad or anything.
It's
but
just knowing.
weird.
Alopecia monkeys are horrifying.
Yeah. So yeah, monkey
that's-
labor,
Fuck.
been a
yada
fun
yada,
one.
Thailand.
Fuck.
So I guess
Oh, my God.
Thailand, they don't have enough, men to do labor from all the lady boys, and so they put the monkeys
Oh
to work.
no!
Oh my God.
I don't
Well,
know.
what is it with you and like the animal tragedy?
Mike,
It-
you
it-
are
it-
like hardcore on
It-
this, aren't
it
you?
finds me. That's all I have to say.
You need better locks. I just hate to be in your room one night and like the door gets kicked in. It's like the Goofy thing, except instead of Goofy time, it's like an orangutan. Just it's monkey time.
Okay, as an
Here's a
addendum,
tiger with cancer.
Oh God.
as an addendum, you want a shorter, better animal story?
I guess
Yes, please.
So
please.
apparently, researchers have found
it's not what happened at work today, is it?
no,
Okay.
if you feed cows hemp,
Oh yeah.
they get stoned and produce have THC in their milk.
Fuck yeah,
How much better is that?
dude! Ice cream that gets you high,
Dude,
Oh.
woo! Actually, I'm just kind of like happy for the cows.
Unfortunately, it's the Washington Post, so I can't really read many
Ah.
details.
Okay, but
This rocky road goes down smooth, man.
yeah, oh dude,
But yeah, no. So
wow.
that's nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is a interesting thing because humans can't really get high from hemp. I guess I think it's a low concentration of THC.
Yeah.
Since cows have to eat so much.
Yeah, do you have any idea how much rope I've eaten trying to get high, and it just
Trying to
does
get high,
not
man,
work?
but I'm just shitting really regularly from all this fiber. Tried to get high, got regular.
It looks like I got a tail at all times. Awful.
Oh God, yeah. Well, that was terrible.
Stone cows produce stone cheese. Ooh.
Hey.
Imagine that,
Oh
like,
man.
Look.
Brings new meaning to Cold Stone Creamery.
No, that brings about this whole like area of like munchy foods that get you even higher.
You don't get more high, you just get lower on drugs. Gallagher said it.
That's true.
By the way, R.I.P. to that talentless son of a bitch.
Him and he's now smashing melons in heaven.
Have y'all seen
And
that
he hates
picture?
it, so it's actually hell.
Yeah, have you guys seen that picture of the dude from Midsummer with the big wooden mallet, and someone just put at the bottom, me in line at Gallagher's funeral waiting to send him off in the only way that's important? I love that.
Smash his melon.
So,
Also, like Paul F. Tompkins is like 2 for 2 regarding like killing people he's portrayed. No,
Who's
3 for 3 actually, because he played Gallagher in the Weird Al movie that just came out.
which we saw
He
that.
He also played Gary Marshall. In,
Shit.
Yeah, in Comedy Bang Bang, and then what's his face? The father in like Facts of Life.
Facts of Life
You know
for
the one who I'm
different
talking about.
strokes.
His son is the creepy pop star dude who's on Masked Singer. what's his name?
You're not talking about Alan Thicke, are you?
No, yeah, I'm talking about Alan Thicke, or well, who was the dad? He was a TV dad. He was Thicke. Whoever
Alan
he was.
Thicke, yeah, that was on
Alan
Growing
Thicke, yeah.
Pains.
Yeah, so Paul F. Tompkins starts playing Alan Thicke. Alan Thicke dies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Paul F. Tompkins is a menace to celebrities everywhere.
So if I ever decide to commit suicide but don't really want to do it, I just make a biopic and get him to play me.
There you go. There you
Okay.
go.
So, there you go. Hey, when's that Elon Musk movie starring him coming out?
Look.
I'm sorry. I keep making
Not soon
Musk
enough.
jokes. I gotta quit. Sorry. He's his own Death Note. Paul F. Tompkins is a living Death Note. What the fuck? How's that for a semi-current anime reference? It's not current at all. I'm sorry.
I would love to see them remake Death Note, but it's just Paul F. Tompkins with the Death Note.
And again, it's just Willem Dafoe voicing the big weird guy.
Yeah, nope. Print it, make it work.
Yep. All right. So, David, what have you got to follow up the Mike's horrifying and then cheerful animal stories?
So I have something that's pretty interesting. Now, you gentlemen know that I live in a desert area.
Yes.
Deserts are kind of weird. Deserts in California, especially so.
Oh,
Doubly
yeah.
so.
Hey, what's that rock where they did all the contactee meetings out there in California? You know, and they have like the the Invigoratron or whatever, that big building. It's like a big igloo building.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say that the Newkirks were out there recently.
Oh, okay. I could have stalked them.
Yes.
Damn. Not. Okay, so I've got like two articles here. One's super brief. The other I'm going to kind of summarize. But I may do a full episode about this.
Okay.
Because it's super interesting. It involves California cults. So, it's going to be fun.
Yes.
So this is an article from June 19th, 1987.
Oh, no. Wow.
Amen, cult leader, back behind bars. Hemet, California, from AP. Last week, lightning bolted, but authorities have proved that the long arm of the law can strike twice against the same cult leader. So someone's having a lot of fun writing this one. The reason why
Obviously.
this man is named Lightning Amen.
Oh, my God. What the fuck?
Leader of the Christ Family religious sect, was
Okay.
arrested with 4 followers Wednesday night after Riverside County Sheriff's deputies surrounded the trailer west of here, the sheriff's officer said. Amen, 50, had disappeared June 10th just before a jury convicted him of possessing and transporting methamphetamine for sales, possessing a hypodermic needle, and possession of a concealed weapon in October of 1986. He faces a maximum sentence of 7 years in prison. However, further charges are pending following the seizure of unexpected drugs, $4,200 in cash, and several weapons when he was arrested Wednesday. Amen was formerly known as Charles Franklin McHugh. His Christ family has about a dozen members and roamed the California desert before settling in the Hemet area in the early 1980s. Followers are vegetarians who wear white robes and espouse nonviolence. In
Okay.
December 1985, 10 cult members were sentenced to jail for growing $900,000 worth of marijuana at the sect's ranch.
That's a lot of pot.
That is a shit ton of pot.
Now, here's the thing. This is an article from 1987. Why am I reading this now?
Yeah, why?
Because, have you ever heard the case of Baby Holly?
No.
Baby Holly.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and read from this article. This is from True Crime Society.
This-
We'll have this in the notes.
Like, this isn't the one that was in the well, is it?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit of this, skim through it a little bit, but
Wait.
because it's been about 40 years since this thing happened, and they finally were able to confirm the identity of something.
I just remembered. That's that Weezer song. Ooh wee you. I look just like Baby Holly.
I don't
I
have
like it.
anything I like enough that I'm going to throw at your head.
Okay, so, spoiler alert, this, or I guess trigger warning, this does involve murder. In 1980, Tina Gale Lynn Klaus and Harold Dean Klaus met and fell in love. They moved to Florida from Louisville, Texas. Shortly after the couple arrived in Texas, Donna received a strange phone call from a woman who identified herself as Sister Susan. Sister Susan said that Tina and Harold had joined a new religious group and had given up their possessions and decided to cease contact with their family. So you have the parent of, you have the mother of this newlywed couple who gets a call from a Sister Susan saying that this couple has given up all of their worldly possessions and joined this religious group. So red flags immediately.
Oh,
Yeah, no
obviously.
So, in 1981, two bodies, a male and female, were found in Houston, Texas. The male had been beaten and bound, and the female had been strangled. They remained unidentified until 2021, when Tina and Harold's family learned what had become of them. They had been murdered over 30 years ago. Before they were murdered, Tina and Harold had a baby girl together named Holly. Holly's body was not found with those of her parents, and no one had known what had become of her until 2022.
Oh, no.
So, it gets, I wouldn't say happier, but it gets better from here. So,
Does it really? Can you promise
this comes
that?
from the Daily Mail. All right. The breakthrough came when the forensic genealogists Misty Gillis and Allison Peacock of Texas-based FHD Forensics were contacted by investigators to help. The team inserted new information, blah, blah, yada, yada, DNA match. Investigators reached out to Debbie Brooks and ultimately identified the bodies of Dean and Tina. So now that's when their bodies were identified. But there's another wrinkle to this because Brooks asked the team if they had found the baby, but they were unaware that the baby had even existed. These geneticists.
Oh,
We did learn that baby Holly was dropped off at a church shortly after her parents died in Arizona. She was adopted legally, and her adoptive parents raised her. Now, let's see. The Christ family is likely the people involved with the murder of these two people. And the thing is, they all took the last name Christ as well, which is interesting. Their most well-known feature was their white robes and bare feet, inspired by the idea that it could bring them closer to Jesus. They had no money, lived off of food stamps and charity from the public, and carried army-style blankets over their shoulders as makeshift beds. So this is part of like that big cult craze in California in the 60s and 70s. I think we've probably heard of that before.
yeah, like the Mansons.
So, long story short, the family of the murdered couple reunited nearly 40 years later with baby Holly. She is now a mother at this point, has her own children, but it's been a family reunion. So this mystery has finally been solved. It looks like the blame is on this cult that occupied my town for like a decade.
Jesus Christ.
Right. So there's a whole lot more to it. I want to do more research on it, but it's also really hard to get a hold of, especially because I found out that the cult also has recorded music, and I'm trying to get a hold of those songs.
What the shit is it about cults deciding, you know what, we need to cut an album?
Well, get
Yeah.
your word out.
So yeah. So in this case, yeah, Holly's grandmother, Donna Casasanta, the family has reunited, and unfortunately there is the tragedy behind all of this, but it's just it's fascinating that there is this kind of reunion here as well. And like I'm giving you a very Cliff Notes version of it because I want to explore it later, and it's going to take a little more research. But again, like I live in Cult Central because you guys know that I live I worked like a mile away from Gold Base, the Scientology headquarters. So again, like a lot of weird fucking cults out here, weird desert people. I'm right in the middle of it.
Damn, son.
Mm-hmm.
You, man, that's why you're a goblin.
Yep. But so yeah, I'm gonna have the links to the articles. Like it's a fascinating story. Again, like it's not a feel good story by any stretch of the means.
Interesting, yes, but
Yeah,
feel good.
But
God dang, no.
But I feel like we could probably do like a Colts episode, and then like I could expand on this story a little bit more with
Sure,
that.
yeah, no, there's probably a ton you can dig up about that. And Kit has back that up. Dusty has a lead for me on a cult that was here in Mississippi, and I need to look into that. So that's a cat purring.
Yes,
I
it
love
is.
it.
Well, we're going to take this moment before we go into X and our roundup of questions to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Well, and you know the strangest thing about where I live is not just the Colts, but serial killer Henry Lee Lucas lived in my town for a couple of years with his child bride, so that's always fun to read about.
Now, he was mayor, right?
Knowing this town, probably.
And he stayed in the mayoral chicken coop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
he had like the. I think that was here in Hemet. I'm not sure. I think he might have been.
I'm just I'm picturing like a big Obama-style hope poster, but instead of hope, it says, "From the womb of a whore."
Oh man!
Oh my God, I don't know, man. The thing is, I looked up Mississippi serial killers one time, and we had one that had killed like 3 people. And I was like, well, he done killed some folk.
Well, if you want serial killers, come to California, man. We got the best.
Yeah, y'all, I got the most notable at any rate. Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you ain't got
enough.
Bundy.
Nah.
Yeah,
I mean, Bundy is okay. Well, okay. We'll have to do like a little side thing about like serial killer talk, because that's fun.
That's gonna be a Patreon thing. But yeah, you will never convince me. Oh, dude, we had a Jeffrey Dahmer lookalike come in the store today. I mean, this guy looked like a blonde pubic hair golem. It's like if someone brought a pubic hair and turned it into a human and then gave it Jeffrey Dahmer's glasses. That dude came in the store today.
I don't get your pubic hair comment.
I don't know. I said it, and one of our coworkers was like, I get that.
No, he just looked like a serial killer wearing flannel.
He really did look like he stepped out of like 78 or 79, though.
And he was also very weird.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. All right. Well, that was our stuff for the week. Before we go into questions, I believe X needs to give it to us in written format.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of X threads this week.
Yeah.
One, I figure we can kind of go through it and pick our favorites, and then I've got a question from another thread. So, you gentlemen have the threads open. I'm just going to describe what the initial post is. Mm-hmm. The subject, the picture depicts someone in the center of this aura, this golden aura.
Yes.
It looks almost like a combination of spiritualism and like a medical diagram.
Yeah, it's a Taurus.
Yeah. So
Toroid.
The subject is "Don't get enlightened, bros," and then the message itself is "It's fucking lonely" at the top. So
what a dick.
I like it. I like this thread. It tickles me. You know, it's like you reach that enlightenment and you're just like, fuck. You're all by yourself. So obviously there's some fun little replies in here.
Yes.
So what do you gentlemen have?
I think my favorite one is nope.
God damn it, that's the one I was just looking at.
I also like the one that's just a picture of Buddha frying someone with a mind laser. It says, you need to BTFO normie slower. Some have longer respawn timer than others.
I like the one someone posted a picture of a cat and then the message is simply, "Can ya enlighten D's?"
Oh man, that's dangerously close to a ligma.
But we do have the best one in the thread.
Yeah,
I'm going to plant my flag in it and say it's the best one.
Yeah, don't do that one yet, Mike. I want you to pick one.
Yeah, I've been looking.
How about the one that says fucking Buddhist wanker?
No.
You know which one David's chosen.
Damn, there's just so many. There's so many. You can't choose.
There's some good options here. It's again, like, people talk about 4chan being the scourge of the internet, but also, like, it gave us duck roll. So, like, which that really tickled my students, because we were talking about memes this week, and I explained to them, like, duck roll, because we were talking about, like, early memes and stuff like that, and they fucking love duck roll.
I don't know if I remember duck roll.
Well, you about to get duck rolled right now. I'm gonna.
Oh no, never mind. See it.
Yep.
I remember it. Okay, I remember.
And then it became Rickroll.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
How about you're all there is retard?
Oh no.
It's just
now,
classic, calling someone a retard.
That's straight up internet, and that's classic internet and modern 4chan right there.
I feel you, G.
Yo. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's some great ones, like, I like this one. I have emotional control, pain tolerance, and self-discipline on a level unseen since Ra ruled Egypt. You post-smug anime girls, we are not the same.
Oh, God, I didn't even see this one before. Okay, Nazi friend, why are whites the superior race? I already know the answer, so consider this a test of your enlightenment. Wow. Well, this is like an encapsulation of everything that is 4chan. Holy shit.
And this is what I do on these Weekend Weirds when I do X. I have to, like, comb through these things. So you see a little bit of what I have to do here.
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with you? Jesus.
It became a segment, and we're sticking with it.
Okay.
It was either that or we watched the Alex Chew piss video.
Okay, good. Let's do X. We'll
Okay.
do the piss video another day.
Do you have another one, or should I read the best one in the thread?
Go ahead.
Yeah, read the best one in the thread.
Guy has one good day, and he thinks he's king shit of Turd Mountain.
Yeah, I was going to do that one, but I thought that was it.
Yeah, I think that's the best reply in the thread. Again, this nothing serious, but something about it just, like, clicked for me, and, like, there's some funny responses in this one. Let's make it a little fun for us all.
This is loser talk. Get good.
You're not enlightened. If you were, you would understand the principle of oneness.
Exactly. He didn't bring at least a single thought form with him. First time?
Matter doesn't matter. You proved my point.
So let me move on to the second thread here with the question.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, this is bizarre stuff. So this picture, the attached picture is for sale ghosts, like a for sale sign, and inside the white box is written ghosts.
Buy some ghosts.
Title of the thread is Ghosts and How to Purchase.
Okay. Well,
Okay, and I'm gonna read the message.
please do.
I think that it's bullshit that the Japanese get such an abundance of ghosts. Those bastards have them in every school and every town. I'd like to import some of them to the States, but I'm not sure how to go about it. Are ghosts bought or are they hired? If they are bought, is renting an option? I'd be importing them to the Midwest if that helps determining pricing. I'd really appreciate the help.
Oh my God.
This sounds like an SCP in action. This sounds like this is the grounds for an SCP.
It sounds like Dial-A-Llama, but ghosts.
Right, but that leads to my question, because there's not a whole lot in this thread, but here's my question.
Post a ghost.
Post a ghost.
We should work together and write an SCP and submit it and see what happens.
Yeah, post a ghost.
Okay, but here's the question. If you could buy a ghost, like say you had to buy a ghost, like you got tricked into it like a timeshare or something, what would you use the ghost for?
Bed sheet. And I hotbox him just constantly.
Like if I'm like hanging a picture so you can go look behind the wall, make sure there's not like a pipe or wires back there.
Are you telling me you basically use a ghost as a stud finder?
Yes. Can you think of a better use for a
Wow.
ghost?
Hey,
Okay, that's
he's
fair.
also a stud finder there.
What's that?
Take him to the bar, and he's also a stud finder there.
No, see, I would say, tell the ghost to find some studs. You just do the finger guns at me. Hey.
Actually, more a...
I'll take it.
Oh, God. So you use him as a stuff finder. I would torment it with gas using it as a bed sheet.
You Dutch oven a ghost. Kevin.
Fuck yeah, he died. Look, you didn't want to be in hell. You should have been better when you were alive.
Well, he wasn't good or bad. He's in purgatory, Kevin.
Okay,
He was kind of like
yeah.
stuck.
Well,
That unfinished. Look, just because he had unfinished business doesn't mean he was a bad person.
look, to paraphrase 4chan, tough shit, get good.
Maybe they didn't want to cross over yet. Maybe they haven't met John Edwards. so
Oh,
they can't.
man, I would call John Edwards, and that would be the hell for the ghost.
Oh no, I would use the ghost to fuck with John Edwards.
Ooh, I'm getting a M. There's literally no dead person in this. No one here had a dead person named M. Then what the fuck?
I would use the ghost to like fuck with ghost shows.
I was gonna say have him haunt like the fake ghost shows and shit,
Zach
and have them
Bagans?
actually scare the shit out of them.
Oh, Zach Bagans?
Every time Zach Bagans is taking a crap, have the ghost show up.
Yes.
But it just disappears as soon as he whips out a camera.
Yep.
And then
Oh,
as soon
man.
as he whips it out, it shows back up. It's like, you're so small.
Oh no. I'm going to extend this question to our listeners as well. I want to hear
yeah.
what they would do with a ghost, and then we can read it on the next episode.
Yeah. What would you guys do with the ghost?
It could you could have it like do the Ray stance,
Oh.
but not finish.
Ooh, blue balls.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Ghost.
Well, no. See
blue
that
balls.
that's like sex crime there. Like you can't you can't purchase an undead sex slave. I'm gonna draw a line here. You cannot do that.
I wouldn't tell it to do that.
It's a
but I would
prank.
say if you're
It's
so
just a prank,
inclined-
bro.
Yeah, it's
But
just a
there's
prank.
still that power imbalance because
Okay.
you purchased the ghost.
You know what I'd do? Besides the hotboxing thing?
You can't own
just-
a ghost, man.
It's not land.
The sign says "for sale ghost." In this
Yeah.
scenario, you can own the ghost.
Yeah.
But
and
what
like
if
you
I-
said, you're stuck with it.
But
It's
what if I-
timeshare.
but what if I give it a sock?
It's just a ghost with a sock.
I'm not setting it free.
No.
Ghost is free, master.
Now, here's the thing. I think the only other thing I'd do is, and this is not out of being malicious, I just think they'd get a kick out of it, is if we pranked the Newkirks. They're the one paranormal investigation group I think would really appreciate getting pranked by a ghost.
Could start our own reality TV show, Ghosted.
Oh my God.
You got ghosted.
Your ass
Hey.
get ghosted on
Give him
MTV.
a 2-season deal with Ashton Kutcher.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
There you go. That's fun. I'm looking forward to hearing what other people.
Yeah,
are gonna
no,
use the
guys,
ghost for.
we definitely want to hear what you have to say. Remember, hit us up. We have a contact form on supernatpod.rocks. You can find a link to our Discord at the menu at the top. And we're current, at least for tonight, we're on Twitter at supernatpod. And we're also on Mastodon at supernatpod at mastodon.online.
Now, did we have any questions?
We do have questions. I'm glad you brought that up because I'm
Oh
sitting
shit!
here.
Apparently, Sam may have figured out Time Cube.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna read that another day because
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't.
little
I
much for us right now.
cannot deal with Time Cube today. So let's see. All right. Nope, we did that one. Sorry, I'm not as organized. Okay, here we go. Starting with Kick-Assatron. Are Willie Nelson, Paul Rudd, and Lenny Kravitz interdimensional vampires given that they don't age?
Well, Willie Nelson's definitely aged.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
no,
old
I
enough.
remember him being younger.
Yeah. Lenny Kravitz and Paul Rudd.
That's tough.
They're you know.
You
Are
can
they-
make the argument.
Are they
I-
celebrities with good skincare regimens, or are they
They're
immortal
Highlanders.
vampires? Who knows?
They're Highlanders.
They're not vampires. I've seen them in the daylight.
Yeah, but they're Highlanders.
Or how about
You know, immortals from
I know.
Highlander. Yeah.
well, they'd be cutting each
No,
other's
we
head off.
understood the
No, no,
reference.
they're
We
friends.
understood the reverence, Kevin.
I
Or there's some other form of baby eating immortal.
what, Scientologists?
I don't know. I'm just
Hey, do
saying.
you think that's why Tom Cruise has started to age? He had to lay off the babies?
They just look. It's like any other drug. They start to lose their potency. So he just could not keep up with the 30 babies a minute, regiment he would required at this point.
I think it's
just
because
been
he
doing
stopped
it so
jumping
long.
on the couch. His whole exercise, body care routine's out. He's not jumping
Oh,
on couches
yeah, ever
anymore.
since Oprah ended her show, yeah.
Oh, shit. Did her show end?
Well, I mean, the one that was on CBS, yeah.
Oh, my God. When did that happen?
Years ago, before she started,
Wow.
before she started her network.
Wow.
Yeah. You didn't know?
Wow. I did not. I thought, I always just assumed Oprah had, her show on just in general. Like, it's always going to be there.
Oh, okay.
That changes things for me. Wow.
Universal
weird.
constant O.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like a load-bearing TV show in the fabric of the universe. Like, the minute you unplug it, things start falling apart. And you said
Well-
this happened years ago?
Yeah, several. Wow.
And look what's happened. Look what's happened
Shit.
since then.
Miss
Yeah.
Winfrey, please
Yeah.
bring your show back.
Yep. And make sure there are bees under every chair.
Yeah, bees. So we got another question from Ghost Forge.
2011 is when it ended.
Holy shit! Yeah, okay,
Jesus
that
Christ, wow.
that tracks.
Yeah.
Wow.
When did Bowie die?
I don't know.
Because if he died after that, man, I'm mad.
Thanks, Oprah.
Yeah. So Ghost Forge asks, and this is kind of for you and David, really. How likely?
2016.
Son of a bitch.
5 years after.
You know what?
Oprah.
We're going to have to do an episode, The Oprah Factor.
We will.
The O factor.
The O Factor,
Oh,
yep.
the big O. It's go time. All right. So Ghost Forge asks, how likely do you think it is for the origin of zombies and wendigos to be tied to cases of prion infection? Alternately, Mike and David might like to work through which neurological diseases / conditions best match up with various forms of undead. Now, the Wendigo is, realistically, the Wendigo is a First Nations legend to keep people from turning to cannibalism during rough times.
Yeah, I mean, and it could be like one of those, legends that has a grain of truth. Like,
Sure.
So prion disease, that's mad cow disease.
Yes.
And, it basically is possible with any time you eat brain matter.
Yeah, you'll never
It's not
find me
because
eating fucking pork.
it's
brains.
also not a it's not a like infection type disease.
Yeah, no.
It's from you eating malformed proteins. And the proteins get, your body uses the proteins you eat to, build itself, and it uses these malformed proteins, and you get fucked up, molecules in your brain,
Right.
and your brain turns to Swiss cheese and you go insane, and hence mad cows.
Right.
So that's fairly likely. I hadn't really thought of that before, but and like you said, they could have had, people do that. They go insane from this prion infection, and they're like, well, fuck, don't eat dead people.
Yeah.
And it just became,
It went from cautionary to paranormal.
yeah, it went from, legends become myth.
Myth.
Or
It's
myth becomes legend.
legend fades to myth, and even myth is long forgotten when the age that gave it birth comes again.
Yeah, but it's faded, but it still had its
Yeah.
teaching value.
Well, the zombie thing. Now zombies happen. Like that's a thing.
So
We
the
need to
thing
do
is,
one.
this mad cow thing, I think that's not really that doesn't really factor into like this whole reanimate thing, because
yeah.
the whole reason why we had these stories and legends of reanimates is because people were thought to be dead when they weren't.
Or
Oh, yeah.
they would something would happen, they would check the grave of a recently dead person and find the body curled up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, rigor mortis.
Right.
Yeah. But, you know, so because with zombies and reanimants, those are two different things. Like now we call zombies reanimants, but they are their own distinct
I think
thing.
that's a legal thing because technically Marvel owns the copyright on the word zombie.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking in the sense of like the Haitian voodoo
Right.
zombie and that sort of thing.
Sure.
But no, like for the reason we have so many stories in history and in every one of these cultures about like, you know, number one, digging up a grave, seeing that someone is still like technically alive, or you know, seeing that someone like moved around inside the grave because they actually died in the grave.
Right.
It's just because like the boundary between life and death was so hard to define, because it was you know, a person could be unconscious and they would just
Or
assume the
very-
person's dead.
comatose.
At the time, it was a very, and even now, it's kind of a very broad line to dance.
Yeah,
Well,
and you know, even with in Britain, or I'm sorry, just Europe in general, you have those graves that have the bells and that have the air tubes, because people just did not know if a person actually died.
Well, a lot of those, you know, myths come from that kind of thing, like, you know, zombies, vampires.
Even werewolves.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then werewolves are also a way to explain antisocial, violent serial killings before we had an idea of like what a serial killer was, because people couldn't wrap their heads around a person going out and killing people for whatever reason that was outside of a context of war
So it's
or property or
demonic
something like that.
possession
And-
slash werewolf.
And the
slash,
idea
you
of
know,
a serial killer was completely disbelieved until modern times. They're like, well, there's
Yeah.
no way another human could just flat out in cold blood kill someone they've never met except in a time of war.
Yeah, like if Richard Chase, you know, if we know
Oh, my
Richard
God.
Chase, right? If Richard Chase was born in like the 1840s, they would have called him a werewolf.
Is the Vampire of Sacramento, wasn't he? Or was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
yeah.
Which again, in California, baby,
So,
we got the best one.
God damn it, dude.
so you could also say that serial killers were more prevalent in modern times because of more modern problems.
right.
Like there's
well, sort
Yeah,
of.
yeah. I mean, it's just like you
so
it's the same, like, because I talk about this in my class, my horror like English class, where I talk about like monsters and that sort of thing. Part of the reason we get this surge of serial killers is because we now have like an idea of what that is. People just couldn't wrap their heads around this sort of thing. We didn't have like a definition of a serial killer back in the day, so that's how you get all these myths and legends. But I guarantee you, like, we're not killing each other more than we did like 300 years ago.
It's just more, the information about it's more widespread.
well, not
Yeah, like the news and everything like that. Yeah.
well, so serial killers are a fading phenomenon too.
It
now
is.
it's the spree killer.
Well,
It's the
right.
spree
I think
killer
the
that's
spree
thing.
killer has a lot of different origins than the serial killer.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, no, I agree with you there, but like if we're talking about like mass killing as a phenomenon
Well,
in
yeah,
society,
It's more at once as opposed to like because serial killer is a do it gets your rocks off, you wait, you do it again later. The
I
spree
blame Quake.
killing.
I blame Quake, man. It introduced the idea of the kill streak, and everybody's going for it.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, it's also, you know, there's a lot less lead going around. So
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
firmly believe the golden age of serial killers was due to lead in the atmosphere and the
lead
water.
everywhere.
Lead
Yes.
and MK Ultra.
Well,
No, MK Ultra is definitely a thing.
look, yes, in a couple of cases for sure.
yeah.
Toy box killer, but this is a completely different podcast. Back on the subject of zombies and wendigos. I agree that wendigos may actually be based on prion infection.
it could be
Now,
it's
see-
feasible.
It's
what-
feasible. I said
I'm
could
not going to
be.
say that I'm an expert on the Wendigo.
I will.
but,
You're
like,
an expert
but-
on the Wendigo.
Okay. But like some of the research that I've done, a lot of the Wendigo story, it's essentially a metaphor for greed.
Yes.
That too. I mean,
so,
all those
I mean,
things. You know, what can start out as
Yeah.
one thing can gain other
Yeah.
aspects added
Right.
to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, all this can be multifaceted, but like there's again, like because it's multifaceted, we do have to acknowledge that there's like these different connections.
Everything's a gradient.
Well,
Yeah, that's fair.
once something becomes a myth or a legend, then it starts, gaining other things, other,
Yeah, no, you want to hear
details and aspects.
you want to hear
but it's
really
retold.
Yeah, you want to hear another really good example that's going to piss some people off that might be listening right now? Yahweh,
Okay.
Mesopotamian storm god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now look at him. The one true
Sure.
God.
He's bigger than Jesus.
Technically, yes. But yeah, I mean, like that just as an example, it takes on more facets and completely changes over time. So, yeah.
What other forms of undead are there?
I think we kind of, the Draugr.
There's whites, there's draugrs, there's zombies. Like I don't know how necessarily if we could factor the Wendigo into the undead, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it.
It's still, I
First,
think,
I have a slide that has a list of like 50 different
Right.
ones for my class.
Well,
so.
I
I was
think-
just trying to think of what other, because he asked
Yeah.
for.
well, the origins, he specifically chose zombies and Wendigos because they both eat flesh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The
Zombies,
Wendigos,
completely different
zombies,
origin,
yeah,
though.
Zombies are the Caribbean
Yeah,
tradition.
they're
They come
they're
from
basically
hoodoo.
quote raised dead
Yeah.
for that do the bidding of someone
And
in
weren't
the
there like
traditional sense.
weren't there like some drugs involved in that?
Oh,
They, like,
yes.
drug the hell out
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah, those the Haitian zombie drug thing and like
I'll send you guys my lecture.
yeah, dude, no, the dude in the 70s that
Oh,
was working a fucking he is turned into a zombie working a sugar cane.
The
Gone.
Yeah, I got a list. I've got a list.
the flesh-eating zombies is probably a movie.
Oh,
creation.
yeah, it's Night of the Living Dead right there.
So we're talking about undead,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So obviously we have ghosts, and there's dozens of classifications of ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
You can't really see
Now
a-
we
Hungry ghosts, poltergeists.
right. We also have a wide
repeaters.
variety of living corpses, including the Draugr, which is Norse, a ghoul, which originates in the Middle East, a Jiangshi, which originates in China. That's the hopping vampire. The Lich from Europe, the Mummy from Africa, a Revenant, which is also associated with Europe. Skeletons in Mexico are a thing.
Right.
The vampire in Europe, the white in Europe, and the zombie in the Americas. And then there's even more. Like
Yeah.
there's also like Filipino ones and
isn't
all
the,
that. And
Isn't the banshee a kind of a?
I think the Banshee might be a vengeance
It's
ghost. Yes.
it's a ghost and a herald of death,
yeah.
But
which
yeah,
also might be what the Mothman is. I think we talked
Yeah.
about that in a recent episode. So.
but as far as
Yeah.
what neurological diseases or conditions match up with forms of undead, not a whole lot of them, I don't think. I mean, there's some, nexus there of, you can match up symptoms to what could
Yeah.
be a,
Sure, and but,
undead trait.
but as far as like tying into the sickness
Like-
thing, I really think the only one we could tie in personally
Well,
is
the one they did.
the Wendigo.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't think of any others.
No. Well, we got more questions.
Fuck.
Sure.
Yeah.
What
Well,
next?
first off, this is one I posted. And I said, I know I'm a host, but I'm putting this here for a reason. Somebody in r/cryptids, I'm going to go ahead and say the username is u/veggiebeanie.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be ethical to have sex with a cryptid?
I mean, are they sentient? That's really the only thing.
Well, Darth Plato
Are they-
replied
are they-
with hashtag cryptid consent.
I was going to say, are they sentient and did they consent? That's pretty
Yeah,
much
that's
it.
the important thing.
And I guess it would be sticky, like not that kind of sticky.
Oh,
Figuring out, does this cryptid actually consent?
I'm pretty sure you'll know when it grabs you. But Kick Astron says the only thing stopping people from creating a line of cryptid real dolls is money and politics. Where are the Kickstarters the people want? And I said this, and God, I wish I could remember what you said. It said Mike has a theory about a sexual Cold War with the Greys now.
Fuck.
And I think what it was
I think that's involved. Yes.
Yes.
I think it had something to do with like them looking at what we're doing and going, "Oh hell no."
Yeah. No, it was. Oh, I don't remember now. I mean, it's that kind of sounds familiar, but I can't remember the.
Shit. See, if we recorded last week, this would have been gold.
Probably.
Oh well.
I think it was something about like. Oh, that's what it was. I remembered.
Awesome.
So it's that we've become, since, all the probulation started in like the 50s and 60s, we've become a lot more accepting of butt stuff. So now the
Okay.
Greys have to like move on to another sexual thing that we find, taboo.
Cattle mutilation?
No, I mean to people.
Cattle mutilation?
Gloves, feet.
They're going to cattle mutilate sexually people. I'm talking about like, I don't know, nose probing or something.
Well, they've done that too.
Well, I mean, but
a lot.
and they step it up. Like,
What, stick their dick in your nose?
yeah. I'm just saying that, there's this arms race that
Yeah.
we caught up to the
Oh,
butt
and that's
stuff.
why we make real dolls, is it?
No. Does the word real dolls somehow tied into that?
Maybe. I don't know. Ghost Forge had another thought, said, to me specifically, something else I thought of. What are your thoughts on how ravens can mimic human speech near perfectly, combined with the knowledge that they are at least as intelligent and self-aware as your average toddler? Well, I mean, that would be interesting if, like, if it were Life After People, they show, like, crowmen walking around. Crowman beings.
They'd be Cro-Magnons.
Oh, God fucking damn it, I quit.
But,
No, I
they
quit.
Can,
Shut
I
up.
mean,
No.
they can mimic a lot of sounds,
Yeah, car alarms.
theoretically,
But they are really fucking intelligent.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen a viral video of like someone that trained a crow to, in exchange for food, to like pick up money it finds.
Yeah, no, it
around
pays for the
town.
food.
And even more than pays for it, because dude had like a drawer full of money.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
magpies too.
Yeah.
Magpies too are also quite intelligent.
Yeah, I mean, ravens and crows have what they call crow courts, where they will judge an individual that is transgressed against the murder.
So they have murder trials.
Yes. Not even gonna fault you for that.
But the rub is that you don't commit a murder and they throw you out. So they throw them out or like peck them to death. Or,
They peck them to death. Yeah, like that stuff in the Wheel of Time when Perrin and Egwene were running from the ravens.
so what transgressions would they have to do to like get murdered?
Dude, I have no idea. Get murdered. I have no idea. That is something I've never looked up. I mean, I personally
Like-
never went to bird law school,
Do
so
they like tell bad jokes and they get pecked to death, or
my-
maybe holding out on food?
in all fairness, if it was bad jokes, there would be a flock of crows bursting through the window at you for that Cro-Magnon joke.
Honestly, it's probably like an ape shall not kill ape thing, like Planet of the Crows.
Oh my God!
so
Yeah,
it's
no,
like-
Dr. Sayus.
It was like Crow, Cain, and Abel, and
I thought you were gonna just say
Crocaine.
crocaine.
Crocaine killed.
I
the
do
crow agent,
crocaine.
Crable.
Crocaine. Crane. Ah, fuck. English. Fuck. Not even drinking.
Am I my Crow brother's keeper?
Yes.
Since we took the break, I actually have some alcohol with me right now, so this is fun.
You sons of bitches. All right. Well, that's all we got for this week. So we'll be back, and we will see you then. But before we go, remember, you can find everything you want to find out about the show at supernatpod.rocks. If you head to their site, you will find links to our Discord, our Patreon, our merch store. We are not plugging that enough. We have a merch store with shirts. We're going to have new shirts. We're probably going to trade out all the merchandise in there soon, including with some fantastic art David has done of us three as cryptids. And we're going to have stickers and shirts of that. Possibly some drinking wear. Who knows? Oh, man, I'd love a shot glass with a little version of me on it. Oh, that'd be badass. All right. So, again, you can find that at supernatpod.rocks. You can find us currently on Twitter until it goes kaboom at supernatpod. You can find us at Mastodon at supernatpod at mastodon.online. And we now have a Tumblr. I will be getting a link up to the Tumblr on the website soon. David, what would you like to plug?
I don't know. I don't got anything to plug right now. I want to go play Pokemon.
Okay,
So I'm gonna plug Pokemon Violet.
go play Pokemon Violet, or what's the other color that came out with it? It's
Scarlet.
always two: Scarlet or Violet or Violent or Murder. Mike, have you got anything you'd like to plug?
Not really.
God, not even a joke. Did you
just gonna
blow
plug
your
Pokemon
load on the
Scarlet.
crows?
I think I did.
Did you crow your load?
I crowed my load.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
Yes, I have nothing to crow about.
Oh, no. Well,
Yeah.
that was awful. All right. Well, thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll see you next time. So until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye. Somebody posted a picture from the end of Evangelion where it's supposed to be the big crazy head in the sky, but it's the fail whale.
Now, Elvis, why'd you go and shoot your daddy with that shooting iron?
Pappy? God, I forgot about that. Elvis, what for you shoot your daddy with a shooting iron?
Give me a whole lot of